Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays Slay the Spire, which I should not be playing because the backlog, it speaks for itself, but it's just so dang addictive. I can't stop slaying, and I can't stop playing, and I ain't getting tired of the Spire yet. So let's see if our leaderboard position survived overnight. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry about this. I'm so sorry to be the best ironclad player in the world. Bear Taffy has a 3-win streak. That's really good. And Wolf beat me on time, but you know, in terms of the score, which is the highest, it appears that I have become that which must be surmounted. In slaying the Spire, I have become the Spire itself, apparently. Choose a card to obtain. Let me give you my reasoning here. Losing 50% of your current HP to remove 2 cards actually strikes me as being okay, but it costs us probably... there's an opportunity cost, since we don't heal after every fight. It probably costs us an elite or 2, because we have to rest before we fight an elite, and it might even mean that we die in combat. It also means we can't take on other risks as we go up on the first floor, so I don't like it. Just to remove a strike and a defend. Mind you, it makes our deck much more consistent. Lose your starting relic. I love Ring of the Snake. I think it's amazing. 3 random potions is okay, but kind of transient. Choosing a card to obtain, I love, and we're going to go Terror on this one, I think, because it allows us to have some idea of what our deck is going to look like moving forward. So, I think that there's a justifiable reason for certain to roll with this. I would like... We're gonna get Terror again so quickly that I feel like on this turn you do something like Strike, Strike, Survivor, discard whatever, take 2 damage, and pass turn. So yeah, actually, I said it would help us structure our deck, but that's not really true in this case. Because Terror, I think, is just a card that's good in every deck. Applying 99 vulnerable for... The only time it's bad is if an enemy's gonna die before you can get value out of, like, 2 of the charges. Oh, yeah, we calculated this right, thank God. You know, most enemies are not gonna need 99 vulnerable, is what I mean. I think Dagger Throw is just a demonstrably better strike. Gremlin Horn is so good, but there's no way we're getting 2 gold this early, so... out of all these, I love Backflip as well. We can afford Backflip. We can afford Backflip and card removal, so I think we'll do that. And then we'll remove a basic Defend. I was going to remove a basic Strike, but because we added a Backflip, I think these are decisions that probably don't make much of a difference yet. But now we'll remove a basic Strike. Keep our ratio roughly the same. I understand it's not the same because you changed both operators, but that's fine. Try something like this. You're doing 5 damage, Dagger Throw, we'll dump Survivor, and then use 1 Defend and smack you again. But yeah, the only time vulnerable is going to be bad is when it's too slow. Like if an enemy's going to die in a turn, or maybe 2 turns, you might want to play it, but otherwise I think you almost certainly do most of the time. Like right here, for example. Why not ride out our own weakness, apply vulnerable, and we could easily kill him next turn. We need to neutralize in 3 strikes. Dagger Throw makes it a little easier. But we're still weak. 12 damage, huh? Well, 9 damage. So Survivor is an acceptable play here. We'll dump 1 Defend. Sometimes people get a little rankled. It would be not rattled. Rattled is 1 step above rankled. Sometimes people get a little rankled by when I play this slow, but the thing is, he's got 97 vulnerable, and we had a debuff, so I'd rather take 0 damage than even take 1 to kill him in the same number of turns. That just seems sensible to me. Dagger Spray, I love it. Do I like it? Do I want some more of it? Absolutely. We'll hit the question mark, and yeah, give me a relic here. I can roll this, I think. I think it's worth taking on this level of risk. Oh, we're not gonna be able to remove this card for about 100 years, but you gotta give it a shot. So we get 4 energy on the first turn of each combat. Out of all these, Terror being free or neutralize getting 2 weak instead of 1, I think is the best. But usually, you know, to get a good card played for free is probably the most valuable. This guy's annoying. I'm going to pop a strength potion right off the bat, because in general, we have to race this guy. So, we'll neutralize, we'll strike, we'll strike. We'll survivor, but only to discard regret, and then we'll pass turn. Not my ideal first turn, but that's okay. I feel a little bit of added pressure here because we got a pseudo streak going, but you know what? It is what it is. So, remember, we're trying to race him. Every time we play something that's not an attack, he is going to gain strength. So I'm going to choose to take 16 this turn, knowing that if we played a block, we might take, you know, 11 or maybe 13 this turn, and then like 12 the turn after. It just seems a little too dicey. So, well, he's vulnerable. We'll hit him with the dagger spray. I think he's literally dead. We took very little damage, honestly. Or a Chalcum. You probably don't need me to explain this trinket at this point. We'll take well-laid plans, which allows us to roll over cards that we can't play. And, I mean, retaining up to 2 cards for 0 strikes me as pretty good. We're going to take the right path. Although if we take the right path, we won't be able to get rid of our curse. So maybe for each curse, start each combat with 1 additional strength. Hey, okay. Well, let's lean into this then, and we'll see. Hopefully, most of the time, we're going to draw Survivor along with our curse. Alright, I don't think I can kill you turn 1. I can come surprisingly close. You're definitely dead on turn 2. It is nice to have a little extra strength, honestly. I just don't know if it's worth keeping the curse in the deck. What we would like, maybe... I still think you keep adding dagger throws, because the intention is that we'll remove strikes later. This is going to be extremely annoying. But luckily our deck doesn't rely on debuffs, so I think we'll get ahead of it. I think we're going to start with a dagger throw, and we'll just go on the weakest one first. And then that allows us to dump our curse. Well-laid plans for certain. I think we'll hit you with the dagger throw. I think we'll dump a basic strike. No, I think we'll dump a basic defend. We're not going to be able to play all of this anyway, but the idea is, yeah, by keeping a basic strike, we can at least take 1 out, and then we can't play Survivor, but we can at least damage somebody and get rid of their debuff as well. And then we get, I forgot, right, we get 6 block anyway, so this was the right call. We just got Orichalcum. I think we have not had combat with Orichalcum active, or we've only had that Jawworm. I mean to say. So we can definitely take no damage here. I think we, again, choose to take no damage if possible. We can hold 2 cards. We can hold 2 cards. You're a fool. No, that was a discard, you idiot. Okay, that's not what I meant. Slow down. Slow down. It's early in the morning. I'm very pleased with this right now. I mean, it's partly because it's floor 1, I think, but it's going real well. You just gotta die. I'd rather... I know I'm gonna... hit you. We might as well discard a defend. No, we can keep defense, but I kind of want the ethereals to get out of my deck. So if we hold them, they get out of the deck. Not that it matters now that I think about it, but yeah, take 8 damage off the field here, and we'll choose to take 2 and store 2 defends for no discernible reason for now. We could have played this better. I think it's a really encouraging sign, the speed and pace of which we're killing the elites on this floor. You know, I expected these guys to be much more annoying. Negate the next 2 curses you obtain. I think you go Cloak and Dagger, and you accept it. And you live with it. I don't know if we're happy to negate the curses, because of the whole, you know, situation. So we get a block and a swift and a fire potion. I kind of like this idea right here. Being able to do 40 burst damage is pretty nice, and then the weak potion is essentially a block potion, just at the front end. So I think there is a lot of value to keeping that. Well, with 4 energy, you know, we have our boss fight coming up soon. I don't really want to use any of our potions unless... It's probably worth using one. I hate to say it, but it is probably worth using one. So, let's get dumped on by that guy. And then I'm going to hit you with a quick neutralize. Never taken 10 damage. That's nothing serious. Withdraw and discard. I think we're going to dump Survivor here. And then we'll just smack you. And you're not going to die. We're already blocking for 6. We might as well just hit you twice. It's another... I don't know if maybe there's been balance tweaks to the first floor. Or maybe I've just finally ascended and I'm good at the game. Of course, I know which one I'd like to believe. I mean, out of all of these... Again, we do want to remove cards from the deck. The deck is getting thick. But we don't have a synergy yet. So it's extremely tempting to just take cards that are like... you know... Get rid of... well, to take cards that are strictly better than a strike. Like, if something's going to do as much damage as a strike plus some kind of synergy along with it, absolutely, I'm looking at it very positively. We have, like, no attacks here except Dagger Spray, so just keep in mind, we should really try to hit an enemy with the vulnerable that's actually going to die to Dagger Spray, which is this guy right here. And with 3 energy, I think you want to survive and dump Regret. I can't believe we've managed to not be hit by Regret yet. So next turn, we should have much more energy. It's nice that we're taking no damage. It's nice that, you know, all these guys are pretty close to death. But I'm surprised. So I think you start by taking... Well, you're going to hit this guy first and see what you get. The idea was we wanted to take some damage off of the field, and that'll work. Choose 2 cards. You might as well take these 2, because this guy is going to attack next turn. I think we got him pretty easily, though. 14 damage. A Shiv is already probably 5 because of our strength bonus. He's super done. We didn't even need to run the math on that one. That's an easy one. I do think that it's the same logic that leads to you taking Sucker Punch. You take Blur because you're like... You know, it's strictly better than a block. And we are fighting this guy. I think this is like the ideal enemy for us to face. I think this might be my idea of the easiest boss on the first floor. So, we'll start with a well-laid plans. Hit him with a dagger throw. Dump Regret, obviously. Hit him with the dagger spray. Hit him with a strike. Hit him with another strike. And he's already transformed. And on turn pass, we'll hold Blur and defend. The idea being, we don't really want to... Blur is worth playing because we roll 5 block over if he's not doing anything, but if we don't have to, we might as well store it. Right. I actually, literally, embarrassingly forgot about Thorns. Give me a Blur, and then we'll Sucker Punch him. It's worth applying the weakness, I think. And then we'll Survivor, and we'll dump a Defend. That way we hold a Strike and a Defend, a balanced hand going into our next turn. He's gonna leave us with 4 block for the next turn, which allows us to hit 1 attack before we have to block to get around Thorns. He's hitting us for 12. We can get around that. It's almost like a Shiv. It's good because you get a Shiv in your deck, which when he doesn't have Thorns is gonna be awesome. However, just dump a basic defend. Try something like this, I think. A Shiv does 4 or 5 and you take 3, so the economy on it is not great. I think I'll go up to 12 blocks so we take none, and then we'll just pass turn. And we might as well retain a Shiv on this turn, like a Shiv and a Strike, because I'm pretty sure he doesn't attack right after he transforms, so... You know, we only win as a result of this. We gotta do 40... he does attack, but... but he's not weak anymore, so we want to weaken him. Now he's doing 12 damage. Wow, that's just horrendous. We'll hit him with a Shiv. He's actually gonna transform. Yeah, we've got him. We don't even need to use our potions here. Hold Blur and Survivor, and then, you know, that's almost enough block to get you around all the attacks he does in defensive mode. You might as well use them both. Just dump a basic strike. Hit him with the neutralize so he's doing like no damage. And honestly, I think we pass turn and hold our 2 dagger throws. But we're definitely in a position where we could just go like buck wild on him. Like we could take the thorns damage and not worry about it at all. That being said, we don't have to. So we'll just block like crazy, and we'll roll over our 2 dagger throws. And this is 30 damage right here, plus 2 draw, plus 2 discard. So it's a really nice setup. I think you'd start with the card draw, and you'll just dump a defend. You'll start with the card draw, and you'll dump a defend. You'll neutralize for free. He's doing 12 damage. It's nothing. You don't need the cloak and dagger, because if you just dagger spray, he's gonna transform again. And this is probably where you reach the point where you're like, just go wild on him. He's dead. You got nothing to worry about. Ideal relic for us, honestly, the peace pipe. We're not gonna get it because I don't think it's a boss relic, but it's like a boss relic, if you know what I mean. 10 damage each. Yeah, honestly, at this point, like, you're not gonna kill me, so I'm just gonna aim for the kill next turn. I can't believe that this deck is doing well, because I've just added good cards to it. There's no overarching synergy. There's no unifying theme. There's no IMDb entry. It's just good. I think Unload is a good card. Storm of Steel is great if we get Shiv synergy, but we don't know if that's going to happen. I kind of hate these options, but 4 energy but no intense is just way too dangerous. Free rests is okay. 1 potion per combat. I don't want it to be seen that, like, I love this item, because there was a time when I did, and that was foolish and stupid. But it's still good, it's just not very good. And I prefer to get something very good there. So we want to use a potion. At the bare minimum, we want to use 1 potion per combat. And we definitely, like, you should go. You're already dealing no damage, but I would like you to go is the thing. We don't need to apply any block. We don't have best laid plans or well laid plans, so I think you, like, strike. You're in a bad spot. That doesn't count as all the damage. That upsets me a little bit, but I'll tell you what. Cloak and dagger. Hit you with a shiv. And now you're not flying anymore. And then I'll just kill you. And it'll also discard our curse. So these guys are going to buff themselves, who cares? It's like +1 strength. Yeah, no big deal. We can block through that. We get 6 block anyway. They might do 20 damage. Big whoop. What did I say? 20 damage. Okay. So we'll go hard on you. Now they're doing 15 damage. It's nothing. Yeah, we have Orichalcum, so there's no reason to keep that. I mean, you should be killed, and you should be vulnerabilized. Not a real word. That's okay. We're going to take 4 damage. It's meaningless. You have no idea, like, how lucky you are that you're not dead. You might say this is a bad... Actually, you know what? You would be right. I was going to say you might say this is bad, but the fact that the 5 block rolls over is actually... It means it's good, but actually, technically, 6 block rolls over anyway. When you consider the fact that we are going to get 6 block anyway if we have 0. So we cost ourselves 1 block times 2 turns. Close call. I'm not convinced that... I think if anything, or if nothing else, we should be looking at, like, the ratio of blocks to defense in our... Or blocks to attacks in our deck right now, but... Alright, so let's get rid of his debuff for free. Do we want card draw here? I think we do, because we don't have enough energy anyway to play enough attacks. So, yeah, we don't want to use vulnerable yet. Sucker Punch. We could, you know what? We might as well use 1 potion per combat, right? So let's throw this, burn his debuff, hit him with this, hit him for 7 damage, and then hit him for 19 damage. Actually did a little, oh, we probably should have just killed him with the fire potion. That was a rash action on my part there. We're still gonna kill him pretty quickly, but we should have just killed him. I'm always way too cautious about, like, our potion economy for no reason. There's no reason to hit him with this either because he's got the block up. Ah, but his block doesn't go away. There was a good reason to hit him with that. A little sloppy. A little sloppy. I'm loving the draw discard. Think we can kill him? Oh, easily. The real question is, could we have not killed him? Worried our deck's becoming a little attack focused, but... So we can afford Letter Opener. If you play 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. Doesn't necessarily fit the deck. Infinite Blades is tempting, but we don't have like a Shuriken or anything like that that necessarily makes it work. The thing is, like, I don't think we've ever been hit by Regret. So Regret is like a 1 strength bonus for us right now. I'm gonna, just to feel on the safe side, I'm gonna dump a basic strike out of this deck. And, this does enable discarding a curse, and, you know, the draw is nice as well. With extra strength, I don't think Infinite Blades is bad, and an upgrade makes it innate. But, I don't know, I don't really want to thicken the deck with dreams. Like, right now, the deck works fine. It seems like the wrong idea to try to take it 1 level higher. Anyway, in spite of this, and hilariously enough, we are going to take damage from Regret, which honestly just makes me laugh at this point, because I literally had just said we've never taken damage from it, so... It pains me deep inside. No reason to use weakness, so we might as well throw this at him here. And I think we'll get up to 11 block. It does give us the advantage of having a Shiv in our deck. Or a Shiv in our hand, I should say. Even that curse is not... We took like 3 HP to have that curse, or 3 damage. Sure, that sucks, but, you know, we did also... I'm not sure if you've noticed and all that, but... you know, it gives us +1 strength, which is extremely worth it. 5 damage to all enemies twice. I mean, it's 10 damage or 10 damage. I do think we want to play a survivor, though. Then we only take 7. This guy's annoying. To take 7 damage on him, I don't think is like a damnation. We would like, just for peace of mind, I'd like a regen potion. I cannot believe that you're not literally dead from our draw. We got lucky. Managed to get there on the backflip draw, but... So we drew a Dex potion. Free block, I don't think it's that necessary. Outmaneuver even, like, is good, but I don't think we need it with our limited amount of card draw, but... In the future, this opens some doors, potentially. Now, Snecko, he's always dangerous as well. You want to do as much damage as possible early. Unload is great here. We do want to use a potion. I think a Dex potion is actually kind of bad for us. Because we never, or at least very rarely, block. So we will hit him with a weak potion, but only when he starts to attack. Which is now. And, I mean, this is just a terrible hand. Play Survivor, dump a basic defend. I almost feel like at least this is literally free. It's like the worst investment of all time. I'll give you 3 energy, and then later you give me 3 energy back. Alright, so we're gonna make him vulnerable. We're going to strike him for free. That's pretty good. We're going to hit him with a 1 energy dagger throw, which is completely acceptable. I honestly think out of all of these, we'll dump Cloak and Dagger. Then we'll play... a Blur is actually not good. We haven't played Best Laid Plans yet. So we'll hit him with one of these. He's going to hit us for 0. I'd rather get hit for 0 than play Blur and get hit for 1 twice. He has made me vulnerable, which is a little dangerous, but he continues to be weak. There's Well Laid Plans. This time we will do Backflip because we get card draw. Card draw has given us a free Flying Knee, which is incredible, and then a free Unload, which is going to enable a kill here. That went fine. And our potion is Elixir, which is not good necessarily. So far, we've been happy with our blocks. I don't think we have a need to add anything to this deck. These guys are a little annoying, admittedly. We do have a discard, which is, like, necessary for turn 1. And we probably want to play a weak potion on somebody. I don't know who yet, though. Probably hit you with the Neutralize. I'm going to hit the tankiest one with a weak potion. You know we're doing a Flying Knee. You know we're doing a dagger throw because we got to dump this. Then we'll make you vulnerable. 10-7. We have to make you vulnerable to get a kill, so we will. As we have not played Well Laid Plans, it doesn't matter what we discard, but... Okay, so 18 damage, and we're going to take 12. It's not that bad for one being killed, one being debuffed for a little while longer. And we're taking 0 this turn, which is beautiful. So, Well Laid Plans, absolutely. Love you too. We got a couple choices here, don't we? Well, we don't, actually, because our turn is 4 energy and we have 4 cards. But 4 cards that cost 1 each, to be as literally unambiguous as possible. Since this only applies 1 week, I think we extend the weakness on this guy and just focus him. We block. We defend, but not really for much value. And what do you do? Probably... Don't weaken me. That's how we fall behind here. Ah, we don't attack for a turn. It's okay if we draw blurs, and hey, it actually worked out amazingly well. That is very rare. So we're going to have 10 block rolled over into our next turn, which really, I'm not going to say it gives us an advantage, but we got kind of the ideal draw for a turn like that, so I'm a happy camper. This guy's not going to stay weak forever, by the way, so it is probably worth rolling a blur over, and it does give you some block. But you definitely want to dagger spray once. And then you can get another 10 block, you'll take 6 damage. Or you could hit... I think you got to start making some inroads, so let's do this. Might have been a good time to pop the Dex potion, but so be it. So I think we're going to take 11 damage here. That's not that bad. Remember, we get a relic after this as well. We are going to take some damage from Regret. Can we kill anybody? No. Absolutely not. I don't love it. The idea is with enough energy, we should be able to kill one or both of them next turn. We're getting debuffed though. No entangle though. No entangle. Just a vulnerable. Does put us in lethal range. Oh, we gotta kill one. It's just non-negotiable. Can we? Oh, we have enough energy. Absolutely. Actually, we're only going to take 5 damage, which is still, like, really dangerous considering the situation we find ourselves in, but... Yeah. Regen potion, please. Swift potion. Upgrade 2 random skills, Defend and Survivor. Not bad. Not what we're looking for. I think we're always going to, like, escape plan. We certainly have to rest, so hopefully this combat's not too bad. I'm just going to spoil it for you. This combat is that bad. No debuffs is starting to... It's really cheesing me off, man. Let's start with the draw. Then we have to use dagger throw. If we're gonna kill you, we need to draw 9 damage. Is that plausible? Yeah. Another dagger throw would do it. Dagger spray might do it. Okay, we can get you. I'm not happy with the way this went, but we can get you. And with well-laid plans is actually really nice to have. We don't necessarily have much desire to keep terror, but if we could find faster ways to burn this guy's debuffs, or debuff protection, that would be nice. Weak will do it. We just want to make sure we have enough block. The thing is, we don't really want to play like Blur, then Cloak and Dagger, because it's too expensive. I think you have to play this. Just to start purging his debuff. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. It does do a little damage as well. It's not like a terrible choice, but... We take 0. He is going to debuff us. You probably let Terror go back in the deck, and you just hold 2 cards that are a little better for you. We're frailed, so having extra defense is pretty good. This is a potentially lethal situation, so we have to start with that in mind. Like we're not playing a basic strike in all likelihood, so he's dealing 11. Well, you definitely should play it, you know. All right, so he's dealing 5 damage. What do? I think that's what you do. We might have to pop this Dex potion. This is super close. He's dealing 10, which means we take 0. Oh, it means we take 4, actually, now that I think about it. So you have to neutralize, just to deal damage, but also get him hurt. Slam this Dex potion. It's just a little too dicey. This takes everything back to the normal level. So I think you definitely would Cloak and Dagger to hit him with this. I think you would definitely backflip, so you take no damage and you get some draw. Escape plan is free, and then we can purge his final debuff. Even though it's not Flying Knee. Purging his final debuff is super nice. Because I think we probably kill him next turn if we draw Terror. Which we did not. Now, can we kill him, or do we have enough defense to just roll it over? Probably, right? That's like 13 plus 5. So we'll take 2 damage. Whereas if we attack, we could do 12 and 13. That's 25. Then we need to deal 22 in 1 hit, so it's not going to happen. It's extremely... Like, we're on the razor's edge right here. We can't be killed here. We can take 4 damage. And this is where it becomes so dicey, because you're like, would you rather just go off on him? Ah, okay, so here's how you do it. You do this and dump a basic defend. Then you actually get this, excuse me? Then you actually get to sneak in some attacks. We need to keep a dagger throw or an unload in order to get rid of the curse we're about to draw. With well-laid plans, we can easily do that. So, I think we're lucky on this turn. I think we should play out maneuver. Ah, but he's gonna block. I think you just do this. Ah, get rid of the curse. Even better. Alright. So, next turn is the turn we're gonna try to kill him on. Please give me a regen potion. I've drawn like 7 potions. None of them have been regen. I'm not trying to be upset or anything, but like, please. So we need to deal 40. Not easy. Can we block enough? 6 plus 5. No, we will die if we don't kill him. No pressure. But we only need to deal 40 with 4 energy, which is actually really not that complicated. Alright, so that was like, I really thought we were done there. We're gonna skip a card. We have to rest, and I think we ignore the elites for the rest of the floor. It was just too scary. We did a lot of combat there. I'm not too disappointed. Strawberry raises our max HP, gives us a little HP bonus immediately, and also makes our future rests better. I don't... Vampirism it's too Zane, dude. Alright, so we're actually, like, on an okay level of HP. We're gonna make our way to the shop and hopefully buy... I mean, we're gonna have, like, 300 gold by then. We could buy a game-changing relic. You really hit for 21 on the first turn? My lord. Well... I think we start by just hoping to draw something a little better. We didn't get it. Explosive Potion's not really good here, honestly. It's 10 damage. It's like half as good as a Fire Potion. I think I'd prefer to take 5 damage only. And you can see we're starting to hew towards a little bit more of a little bit more of a defensive build. So we should really keep that in mind. We're finding ourselves behind the 8 ball on blocks. This is pretty nice, actually. And it really comes down to, like, do you want to take 16 damage? Or do you want to take 11 damage, but hit for less? I think I'd rather... You got to hit him at least once. And the question is, what's worth more? 7 damage to him or 5 damage to you? I think it's 7 damage to him. It doesn't look like it, but we're way ahead of him. I think. It's a little dicey to play unload, but I think we're going to do it anyway. We might actually just get a kill. Yeah, I think we will. We will. Barely, but literally. Another Swift Potion. You gotta love Dagger Spray. It always fits. Although an enemy losing all of this strength is really nice. And Acrobatics for 1 is good, but... I don't know, I'm wary we're gonna get past this floor, to be honest with you. Even just this combat is tough. You're dealing 20, we're gonna block 14. You start with, like, an Explosive Potion. We do start with 4 energy, so just keep that in mind. Who are we going for? I think we're gonna go for the back line here. He's doing less damage now. We'll hit him with the throw. And then Escape Plan's free. So we're gonna dump a basic defend, play Escape Plan. 3 block. That's bad. In hindsight, that isn't good. And... since you're not doing a heal, I'm pretty sure that we are going to kill you next turn, which is really important to get this not be like an endlessly kind of like ongoing fight. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let you hit me for 6. I wish it weren't this way, but do something like this, do something like this. We had a lot of energy for our next turn. We take no damage from curses. We take 6 damage from you, and hopefully we draw like a vulnerable, and we just ruin your life. Weakness is also good. So 12, we'll block for 8. Hit him with the dagger throw first. Ah, this is so tough. I mean, what do you drop here? It's really... I think you drop Dagger Spray to roll over some energy. That's what it comes down to. Although maybe Dagger Spray could have killed you there, but whatever. We're taking 4. I'm just happy we're alive, and this deck is starting to get a little weak. We have a shop coming up where we're really eager to see. I cannot believe no attacks. The Shiv will kill you, but it's just an embarrassment to have to rely on it. Another Swift Potion. Terror... It seems like... but against one enemy, it's not worth anything. Place a card from your hand on top of your draw pile. It costs 0 until it's played. We don't have any 2 energy cards, right? Like, this is always going to be... Yeah, it's always going to be bad for us at 1 energy. I don't think we need another dagger throw, though. Alright, so this is where we're looking for, like, a relic. And all the relics are trash. Heel hook can be great. If we hit the card right. Sadly, I think we've got to take one of these. And I think that you like Ancient Tea Set more. I'm going to add a caveat here. The caveat is that if we don't buy this, we might die. But Ancient Tea Set gives us the ability to get, hopefully, a good start against the enemy. That is our boss. And I think we're just going to dump another basic strike. And we have not enough energy left to get anything except a dagger throw, which we do not need. We're going to rest and heal up to, like, yeah, slightly below half. And wish ourselves some good luck against this. I haven't fought this guy in 100 years. The champ. 6 energy on turn 1 is really nice. I don't think this relic is that good, by the way, but it did help us immediately, which is kind of what I was looking for. I think you do play a backflip followed by a blur. That way, we're not taking any damage. We neutralize him. With blur, we don't necessarily have a disadvantage to cloak and dagger, because it's going to roll over more block. While still dealing some damage. I can accept this. I think that's good enough. You like a dagger throw, probably? You dump your curse. You're not going to see that again for a while. Play your dagger spray. It's not bad. We did like 50 damage. 42. Repeating, of course. Now we have frail and vulnerable, which is bad. But we have, we did weaken him for a turn. We're going to weaken him again. He's dealing 16. We can't get over it. So I think we're going to let him hit us for 7. Yeah. The idea is, next turn we should get Terror, which is awesome. We might get Neutralize. We've already had Neutralize. Either way, man, we were really hoping to draw Terror there. Wow, it's literally the last card. So we'll dagger throw. We should have used Escape Plan. It didn't really matter. What do you dump here? Probably a basic strike. Definitely hit him with Terror. Escape Plan could draw anything. It was a dagger spray. With well-laid plans, we can hold 2 cards. He's going to stay vulnerable for a long time, so... do we really want to take 9 damage to hurt him? Yeah. Yeah. If we're going to do that, though, you should play Outmaneuver, and then store this for next turn. 1/3 of the value of Outmaneuver is going to be used on Flying Knee, which is excellent. Right, we were like in time with the beat there. Dun, dun. I still think we'll die. I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but I think we're on the outside looking in here. But this is our chance with 6 energy. We're gonna smack him. We're gonna smack him again. I think we're gonna draw. And I think, but we're still frail forever. The thing is, it doesn't weaken him, so it just doesn't seem like that good. But I sort of think you still blur and like Survivor and then dump a basic defend, because I want to play Unload. And we should use backflip maybe instead of... Well, you should have used backflip definitely instead of a basic defend. The thing is, like... There's no point in weakening him for 1 turn, so we might as well store this for next turn. So we'll do like an Unload and then a strike. We pretty much... my interpretation of this is that we have to play this basically perfectly. Have a free shot, futile weakling. So we remain vulnerable forever. This is good, though. Neutralize. Sucker Punch. He's weak for a long time. We've already got enough block to deal with this, so it's paying dividends, finally. Dump this defend. Smack him again, even though we're weak. Dump a basic strike. Hold these 2. Stop debuffing me. It's extremely rude. So if we do nothing else, we get hit for 10 right now. You got a dagger throw. It allows you to dump the curse. Then after that, we can talk. We can only block 7. I'd rather get hit for 10 and then do some extra damage to him and get a little pace as well. You might not love it. Damn, we were on pace again, or we were on beat again. But it's either that or we spend 2 energy blocking like 3 damage. Who cares? You know, if we're gonna lose, we're gonna lose, but that's too expensive to justify. Dude, I just hate being debuffed forever. Well, you probably start with card draw. You got kind of a weird call here, don't you? Because neutralize is not really great. Ah, now it is. Because we can weaken him for 2 turns. And still preserve a little bit. Because we need to preserve defense right now is what it comes down to. Oh, I absolutely hate that. And I forgot that that was a thing that existed. You do kind of look at this, you're like, well, we can't play onload because we'll lose all of our defense. So we might as well get some value out of our defense. So let's do something. You know, it is a little, it's a tanky play. This dude has 6 strength up. I don't think we're going to make it around. Our one chance, oh my god, he's got 8 strength up. Our one chance is honestly, oh my, no, we're dead. 19, 24, we can get to 54 block, but he's dealing 66. Yeah, unless we can kill him, I think we're just dead. In the end, I think we ended up with a deck that was just a little bit too slow. It was really good on the first floor. We didn't gain much pace on the second floor, man. Like, we found ourselves hitting a wall pretty soon. That was a fun run, though, especially the first floor. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For finale as well, and I'll see you next time. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.